Welcome back. I'm Miranda Kahn. While GOP hopefuls squared off last night in the first debate of the election cycle, Hillary Clinton was at a Hollywood fundraiser in Los Angeles. She even posed for a picture with reality TV star, yep, your eyes are not deceiving you, Kim Kardashian, who tweeted, "I got my selfie. I really love hearing her speak and hearing her goals for our country. Hashtag Hillary for president." Plenty of celebrities were in attendance at the $2,700 per person fundraiser. A Las Vegas doctor faces charges of sexual assault and child porn. Bin Min Chung is accused of drugging and raping 11 patients, including a mother and daughter. One of his alleged victims is also a minor. A judge set his bail at $1 million. Police in Phoenix, Arizona arrest a bounty hunter for mistakenly raiding the police chief's home after he got a tip about a fugitive hiding there. Brent Farley says he shouldn't be in jail. The 43-year-old faces one count, each for disorderly conduct and criminal trespassing. Farley says he's going to leave the bounty hunting business after the mix-up. Probably a good idea. The Coast Guard seizes about 6 tons of cocaine from a submarine off the coast of Central America. The estimated street value, $181 million. 4 men were taken into custody. The Coast Guard says the bush was the largest amount ever seized from a largest amount ever seized from a submarine. Clearly, I don't know anything about cocaine and drugs, so.
The bush, I don't know, could possibly be.
There you go.
I liked your Kim Kardashian voice there, too, by the way. Joining us for our roundtable today, Ellis Henican, columnist for Newsday, and author and Newsmax contributor Kevin Broderick with us as well. You guys know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the debate today. Let's get started with the end, actually, of last night's debate. The final question coming from Facebook user Chase Norton, asking if any of the candidates had received word from God on what to do first. Take a listen.
I do believe in miracles.
I am blessed to receive a word from God every day.
God doesn't call me to do a specific thing. God hasn't given me a list, the 10 commandments, if you will, of things to act on the first day.
I think God has blessed us. He's blessed the Republican Party with some very good candidates. The Democrats can't even find one.
All right, go ahead, Kevin. I want to get your question. What did you think not only about that question to end the debate, but also the response of the panelists?
It's interesting. I think the question, they say it comes from a Facebook user. Well, Fox News picked that question, obviously, right? So it came from Fox. I think it's an unfair question, to be honest with you. I think it's a little condescending to people of deep religious faith to put them on the spot like that and ask them, is God speaking in your ear? There's no real right answer. You're going to get a spun answer from every candidate. But of the spun answers that we got, I do think Marco Rubio's was the best to flip it around and use it on the Democrats. It got the most laugh lines, and it seemed to resonate the best with the audience. But you're going to sort of get that canned religious answer from all of your audience, and it's not going to move the ball forward on any policy questions or how they're going to lead.
Ellis, some people actually thought that this last question, was more of a joke, per se, or maybe it was just like a throwaway. What's your reaction?
Well, listen, it's fair game, right? These people are running for president. You can ask them anything, right? Whether it's whether they're doing God's will or whether Donald Trump called Rosie O'Donnell a big fat pig. I mean, to me, it's all fair game. I think it's interesting to know how they react to it. It's kind of narcissistic, I think, to run for president and think that God wanted you to do it and that he's for you against the other people. But you know what? If they think that, I guess I'd rather know it.
Kevin, what were some of your big takeaways from the event? Did anything surprise you?
About the debate last night, I have to say, I thought the questions, they weren't good enough. The questions that were posed to these candidates, a lot of them were just sort of like, oh, here's a gotcha question. When you were drunk in 1986 and you said these things, explain why you said those things. And that's not actually going to help anybody understand how these people are going to act as president. And what we needed was to really, really hear, if January 20th, 2017 was tomorrow, how would you handle the ISIS crisis right now? How would you handle the Middle East? How would you handle the Iran deal? How would you roll back the Iran deal? What would you do about Obamacare, and how would you replace Obamacare? And what are you going to do to create jobs? And we didn't get enough of that. There wasn't enough real meat and potatoes type points made by these candidates, and a lot of that had to do with the questions that were posed.
Well, let's also be honest here. It really wasn't a debate. It was more of a question and answer session between the moderators and the candidates themselves. Right. And Ellis, what do you think? Was this more an exercise to benefit Fox News, or was it an exercise to benefit democracy here in America? Or is that a naive question?
No, it's a fair question. I'm certainly glad these three did it. I think they were fabulous, honestly. It is very difficult, as someone who has moderated debates, very difficult to have 10 people up on a stage. And what are we suggesting? Oh, let's each hear your views on the XM Bank. You know, that'd be really exciting. To me, what you want is spontaneous interaction. We all know their policy positions on all these issues. We want spontaneous, surprising, unpredictable human reaction out of these 10 folks who all think they ought to be our president. And you know what? To me, the wilder it is, the crazier it is, in many ways, the better it is, because you actually figure out what's inside their heads and inside their hearts. I think it's one of the best debates I've ever seen.
I was a little disappointed. Guys, we got to go. We can pick this up. We got to go. We'll be right back with more. We're also going to talk about Carly Fiorina and her big win yesterday at the debate. We're coming right back with Ellis, Henican, and Kevin Broderick.